Anyone who runs a pizza or a chain of pizzerias and follows business news is probably more than a bit green with envy. By now, probably emerald. Domino's is dominating online. Which is the cause? Let's know about this in detail. But before getting started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Let's go! Domino's has jumped ahead of the competition by collaborating with some of the most revolutionary technological advancements. Domino's now supports orders from the Amazon Echo and Apple Watch, while over 75% of the US restaurant industry is still attempting to get its act together and release an app that actually works. Unfortunately, these new programs make the company's emoji-enabled tweet and SMS orders seem like a joke. Due to the pizza chain's been there, done that, what's next approach toward technology, 60% of its sales, or $2 billion in system-wide sales in the US, are generated through digital channels. From 2015 to 2018, franchisee same-store sales increased on average by over 10%. According to CEO Patrick Doyle, Domino's is one of the top 5 internet retailers in the world and competes with companies like Amazon and Apple in terms of transaction volume. Domino's innovative use of digital convenience engineering has advanced to the point where the firm will soon use its website to unnecessarily place orders. But just because the corporation adopted digital integration early doesn't mean outperforming its rivals. There is a ton more to say. Domino's Pizza was founded by 2 brothers who grew up in an orphanage. One made a fortune, and the other made a really bad trade. The best pizza in the world is delivered by Domino's. You can't avoid the omnipresent red, white, and blue Domino's logo, whether you love it or detest it, or maybe you only order it when drunk. Every American metropolis and even internationally, there seems to be a Domino's franchise every few blocks. Actually, that's not that far off. In 73 countries, Domino's Pizza has more than 290,000 employees when you include franchises. In 5,700 places worldwide, you may have a pepperoni pizza in 30 minutes or less. There are 5 places where you can eat za if you ever find yourself in Kosovo. History of Domino's Pizza. In 1960, the Domino's Pizza business was established. In that year, Tom and James Monaghan, 2 brothers, bought Dominic's Pizza, a pizzeria in Michigan. James and Tom did not have a simple beginning to live. When they were both quite little, their father passed away. When their mother could no longer care for them alone, they were moved about between foster homes and institutions. The Monaghan brothers' current whereabouts are unknown. Are they seated on exclusive islands surrounded by yachts and luxurious homes worldwide? Not quite. These pleasures were obviously within the means of one brother. Unfortunately, the other brother ultimately made a very bad choice. World dominance. Its emphasis on delivery was Domino's actual innovation. While it might be commonplace and evident today, pizza delivery was unusual in the middle of the 1960s. Tom created a unique pizza delivery box that made it possible to transport many pizzas at once. He then steadily expanded into other college towns. There were 200 Domino's Pizza stores on the company's 10th anniversary. The business opened a presence in Winnipeg, Canada in 1983 as part of its international growth. The business established a presence in Japan in 1985, with a facility in Tokyo. The business expanded into Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and India in the early 1990s. There were 1,000 Domino's restaurants across the world in 1995. There were 1,502 years later. The business shortened its name to Domino's in 2012. In 2014, the firm opened a store in Milan, Italy and expanded to the land where pizza was invented. It also reached 6,000 pizza restaurants worldwide. There were 1,000 sites in India alone at this stage. How did James Monaghan fare? If you remember from earlier in our narrative, James had a stable career as a postman with a pension and benefits when the brothers bought Dominic's. James' reluctance to leave the provided security of a postal job and plunge headfirst into the realm of the pizza business is understandable, given that 99% of all restaurant enterprises fail. As a result, James approached Tom with a suggestion as they were closing in on the first year of owning Dominic's. James pitched Tom to sell him his 50% ownership in Dominic's. In exchange, he asked to be given the largest non-pizza asset of the business, a used automobile. Specifically, a used 1959 VW Bug that the business had been utilizing for pizza delivery. How did Tom Monaghan fare? Tom led a reasonably opulent life for a long time. From 1983 through 1992, he was the Detroit Tigers owner. He paid $53 million for the squad. That is equivalent to almost $140 million in today's money. Ironically, he sold the club in 1992 for $85 million to Mike Ilitch, the creator of Little Caesars Pizza, another pizza magnate. On an island in Michigan, Tom created a private resort with several structures inspired by the work of Frank Lloyd Wright. Tom was such a devotee of Wright's creations that he once spent $1.6 million for a dining table and a pair of chairs that had formerly been in use by the illustrious architect. As a result, he quickly became the world's largest collector of items designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. He purchased vehicles, many automobiles. He purchased a Model J Duesenberg for $1 million. One of just 6 in the world, he spent $8.1 million on a Bugatti Royale in 1986. A few years later, he made a modest loss when he sold the automobile. The untold truth of Domino's. When Tom Monaghan was 6 years old, his mother was forced to place him and his younger brother James in the care of a Felician Sisters orphanage because Tom's father had gone away when he was only 4 years old. She reportedly recovered and was later able to take the boys back into her custody. Still, Monaghan had already formed strong religious convictions because of a nun named Sister Bernarda. He told The New Yorker. His convictions were so strong that he momentarily thought about enrolling in a seminary and becoming a priest. Instead, he spent 3 years in the Marines before returning to Ann Arbor, Michigan, where he was born. One of the biggest retailers online? That appears unique. Domino's introduced its pizza tracker web technology in January 2008. It was an online tool that gave users a 40-second accuracy margin for tracking the status of their orders. Domino's received fewer than 15% of its sales from online orders before the debut of Pizza Tracker. With the new system, the website began producing 20% of business sales, which is a win from any angle. Domino's placed a significant wager and unveiled one of the greatest online ordering platforms the sector has ever seen. Pizza Tracker found that online customers paid $2 more on average than those who placed their orders over the phone or in person, increasing online ordering revenues by 23%. The founder left to go on a campaign for morality. By 1985, Monaghan was in charge of a sprawling company with 2,800 sites and a personal fortune that allowed him to finance the Tigers, a 200-car collection of vintage vehicles, and an island resort. When Bloomberg examined the empire in 2017, they also considered the selling of the business by the Monaghans. He gave 93% of his holdings to Mitt Romney's Bain Capital LP in 1998 for $1 billion. Good marketing destroys dying brands more quickly. The Domino's Pizza Tracker tale demonstrates a harsh truth. Excellent marketing will only hasten the demise of a subpar business. Furthermore, Domino's wasn't simply hurt. It was bleeding at the moment. By April 2009, Domino's subpar product perceptions had made the company's brand seem like a house of cards, liable to collapse at the slightest provocation. Unfortunately, several staff did, messing up customers' orders everywhere. The firm attempted to tackle the problem by creating a YouTube video in which CEO Patrick Doyle dubbed the entire incident a hoax after recording Domino's employees abusing the product went viral. But the unpleasant truth was that consumers had completely lost faith in the brand. The crisis messaging from Domino came in far too late. The company's answer received almost 8 times as many views as the video demonstrating the health code violation. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's video. See you soon.